DHL has sponsored the Rugby World Cup since 2010. It has been the title sponsor twice during that time, in 2011 and 2015, and will be the title sponsor again for the 2019 World Cup in Japan. Ken Allen, the CEO of DHL, said, "We are very excited to be continuing our long-standing, successful partnership with the game of rugby, including, again, being involved in the premier event of such a dynamically growing sport. A great addition to the sponsorship is that it moves locations every year. This gives DHL the chance to show their brand to fans in many different countries, such as Japan in 2019.
During the 2011 Rugby World Cup, DHL promoted their partnership through the use of many different platforms. One game day activation that they used was the consistency of signage throughout the event. In this specific example, you can clearly see the effort the sponsor, DHL, put into showing its logo, so no matter where fans looked, that logo was in eye's view. The company's logo is shown on nearly everything at the event, from the walk into the stadium to the fans holding signs at the venue. Another activation that DHL carried out and promoted through media outlets was delivering over 48 tons of team freight, 1,400 official match balls, and 20 sets of uprights to the 13 match venues, and also delivered over 400,000 tickets to more than 160 countries. Another activity to improve fan engagement within the sponsorship was the Rugby Kicking Simulator. This activation allowed fans to attempt to kick a rugby ball through the uprights and feel like a true rugby player. Not only did DHL produce game day activations, but they also created hospitality events for their guests. One of the major benefits of sponsorship is the right to entertain guests in ways and at locations that are not available to non-sponsors. Corporate hospitality has been associated with sporting events for a considerable period of time and has been an integral feature in major sports.
Hospitality gives companies and brands a chance to focus on relationship management with their consumers. Specifically, companies that wish to gain trust through their sponsorship by offering attendees a valuable on-site experience. Hospitality event guests can include consumers, employees, business partners, politicians, celebrities, and opinion leaders. But overall, hospitality events and suites are a great activation and allow companies to position themselves in the minds of their guests.
DHL's sponsorship of the 2015 Rugby World Cup featured some similar activation techniques, but with a few that featured the use of new technology and social media. The Scrum Challenge was a big part of social media's effect on the activation of DHL's sponsorship. The attraction tried to test fans' strength against rugby legend Adam Jones. While fans were participating in the scrum, a picture was taken which they could then upload to all of their social media.
Those photos collected nearly 19,000 comments and likes from their friends on Facebook. In total, Facebook data showed that over 500,000 impressions were made on those posts. This was a huge activation for DHL because they were able to reach so many people who were not able to attend the event through the use of fan sharing on social media. The photos shared featured the fan participating in the scrum with the DHL and Rugby World Cup logos featured below.
Through the many examples of activation in the two World Cups, it is clear that DHL is attempting to keep up with new technological trends. There is a definite switch to more digital content in recent years, and DHL has used this digital content to show more consumers about their sponsorship and brand.
In the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan, DHL is likely to continue with activating digitally in order to reach a larger audience globally. We can expect to see high-tech fan engagement activations on rugby game days that may utilize new technologies like virtual reality. Overall, DHL's sponsorship with the Rugby World Cup is very successful because of their multiple activations on many different channels.